Kansas City, Cleveland, Divisional playoff game 2021. This is the end of the game when Kansas City, who had a sizable lead, and Mahomes got hurt, and Cleveland almost made a furious comeback. And Kansas City, with their backup quarterback, Chad Henne, needed to run the clock out. Cleveland was playing a lot of aggressive man-to-man coverage at one point. They weren't the whole game, but at this point they were, especially once Henne came in. They started to add more pressure up front and go man-to-man. Reid knew this. And why would they do that? Because, of course, Mahomes is much more experienced, a much better quarterback, and they were worried about his athleticism and his ability to beat the blitz or beat the pressure and beat man-to-man. With Henne, they felt they could get more pressure, and being behind and at this point needing to stop with only 3 minutes left and get another touchdown, they were going to put this pressure on. So it's so, you want to be aggressive at all times, but it's always a lot easier to be aggressive when you're not fearful of the players on the other side, and they're less fearful of Henne than Mahomes. So, and then and when I call these man beaters, and I know when people talk about man beaters, what that is when there's tight man-to-man coverage, or any man-to-man, but here this is press man-to-man. You can see all the defensive backs up on the man, and there's one safety, there's two safeties, one deep, one up a little. That's almost like a little robber effect, or quarters, where like one side of the field, safety will come up and take stuff across the middle, and then the other guy will go back deep. But anyway, but this is just, so this is mainly going to be one guy deep. But the point I'm trying to make here is, in these man-to-mans, there's crossers. You can do like what they call man beaters, and it doesn't sound great, but anyway, you do little crossings and stuff, and you pick them off. You pick these guys, or you get them, or you do like trips. You got three guys bunched right here, and they all break off in different directions, and hopefully the defensive backs bang into each other and get all mixed up. There's other ways to do man beaters, and of course Andy Reid is going to figure that. Andy Reid has brilliant. It's not about his. People think Andy Reid's brilliant because they see all kinds of tricky stuff from him. I mean, that stuff's cool, no doubt about it, and it takes creativity. But Andy Reid's understanding of concepts, it's a deeper level. It's really great. So here we go. What this is going to be about is follow the star. Follow the star player. Follow the big players. Look I think you got Kelsey over here, and you got Hill, their fastest number one guy everybody's scared of the most. In motion, going to the right. You got your good guys over here. And then you got the lesser guys over here on the right side. So as Hill goes in motion, listen to what Tony Romo says on the broadcast.
You got two guys, your two best players on the right.
There you go. You've got your two best players on your right.
Look that way.
You're going to look that way. You're going to look that way is what he said. You got your two best players on the right. You're going to look that way. He's absolutely right. You think Andy Reid knew this? Yes, and the two best players over here, they're all in man-to-man. You know who this guy has, this linebacker? He's got this guy, man-to-man. They got these guys, man. Now, these guys are press, so they're not looking at anywhere else. Their focus is completely on the man. But this guy is looking at this guy, but because of these two best guys taking the attention, look at this safety coming up. This safety ran back deep, like I said, but this guy comes up. He's focused over here. Watch this linebacker. Just watch.
As a quarterback.
Look where he's looking. Look where the ball's going. Decoy. And I mean, this isn't like anything new. I mean, we go back to the 1940s and the modern T formation, and they made a whole living on the decoy, play faking, and that's when the quarterback became popular. Before that, the tailback was the big guy. And then in the 1940s, they went from a direct snap to a tailback in the single wing and started putting the quarterback under center. And then that for the snap, and then that made it, and the quarterback would take the snap, then give it around, or he became like a point guard in basketball and started moving it around, and that's when the quarterback position got really big. Anyway, so this is just decoy, deception, aggressive variety, as I like to say, a breaking tendency. Put your best guys over here, fling it out to a running back.
He's looking the other way, goes to Williams.
There you go, first down. We got some clock coming off now. Exactly what we want, right?
And he fights.
Next play, or whenever, third play, next play, the play I want to show. There's Kelsey there. I think Hill's over here somewhere. But again, check all this out.
Fields the low snap.
Everybody heads deep. Actually, they did a little switch. That's another way to try to beat this man stuff. Crossers and switches. Watch. Right up here. These guys are going to switch. See? In, out, in. Switch. Switching space. I think that's run and shoot or air raid. I can't remember. It doesn't matter where it's from. Anyway, that's what they did. And everybody does it now and stuff. That's one other way, but really good coverage. And you maybe a hold, as you can see there. So then this guy actually this time, it's funny. Now the linebacker, because he got fooled last time, he's making sure not to get fooled this time. He's got his guy. Everybody's got their guy. And it's a strong rush. The line's a little bit been beat up for Kansas City. And they actually had a little bit of a blitz there. Yeah, 5-man rush, man-to-man. This time it works. Doesn't always work. This time you have to keep mixing. You can't just do one thing over and over. But this time it worked. Henny was hesitant. He hasn't played a lot. He's in the end of a game. It's a playoff game. He's being careful. It wasn't a bad move by Henny just to get sacked. Just get sacked, hold on to the ball. Okay. Now here's what I love. Here's another way. So they did try a switch. Didn't work. That's fine. Here's another man beater. Something people don't call man beaters. Guys all go deep. Like they call 4 verticals. Everybody's racing down the field. Look how much space is in here. Why? Because it's man-to-man. Simple concepts. Andy Reid, it's all man-to-man. So we're going to just take everyone out of there. And we'll flare out the running back again. Where is everybody? Look at this running back. No one's around. What do we have, 3rd and 14? But that's too, you think that's aggressive because it's man-to-man? But it's not. You know, what do you think? You're going to give up 10 yards and hope you don't get the final 4 yards? Henny could have just dumped it off there. May have been a better idea, but whatever. He also has tons of running room. Takes off. He should have dumped it off. He's lucky he got away, but he got out. He's down the field. Doesn't quite get the first down. But that running back is, I think, right there running. He might have had the first. But. So another way. Get everybody clear the field and take off. And yeah, Henny's not going to run. Hey, man, he's not Lamar Jackson, but he can run a little bit. Again, it's not always about the talent. It's about spacing and other things. Anyway, so now it's 4th and inches. Now we're going to do, we've been staying away from our stars. It's been a running back flare, a Henny run. There's Hill right there. Now, perfect time. 4th and inches. Do a little half roll like the old run and shoot. Quick out to Hill. Check this. Because notice, now we're not all focused here because we busted that tendency a bit. Now we just got a man. This guy's following the running back. So he's making sure to stick to his running back. They're making sure to stick to the receivers. Now you really do have man on man. Oh, man. Well, let me just say that. Hill is going to be his man. Easy. Not even that hard. But that's set up by breaking tendency earlier on. It's all set up. Andy Reid's brilliant, dude, in a very simple way, which makes it even more brilliant. Now we just do a little half roll Henny, little out, little faking out. No one can stay with Hill on that. And then boom. First down, game over. So it's not rocket science, guys, but it's not, just throw it to your best players either. It's not that simple. It's yes, get it to your best player, but let's set that up. It's like Wisconsin and all their power. Some of these pro teams too with their power. The Titans, for example. It's set up. You can't. It's no more Woody Hayes. 3 yards in a cloud of dust. It's set up. That's what you have to do now. People are too good. You can't just go through, run it up the gut every single play anymore. And the same here. You can't just throw it to your star. It's not that simple. Close if your guys are like Hill, if you're good enough. But, especially Mahomes wasn't there. So if you got Henny, you got to set this up a little bit. Brilliant stuff by Andy Reid.